but they were killed in the initial attack. He said, quote, "The attack was so successful it knocked out most of the candidates. It's not going to be anybody that we were thinking of because they are all dead. Second or third place is dead." Now, former Pentagon official Michael Makovsky laid out how successful he thinks this military campaign has been so far.
I think the campaign is going to, very well. I think maybe even I would argue probably exceeded expectations at this point.
Yeah, and what are you looking out for then in the immediate future? I mean, we heard from President Trump there saying that the people that they had thought may succeed, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, have also been killed.
Yeah. Well, he might be right. And I mean, I know we and the Israelis killed a lot of senior officials. So it's amazing, frankly, that the Iranians were caught by surprise again, like they were in June. But it's hard to really game this kind of stuff out. It's possible that President Trump is right, that those are likely possible successors. But even if those who were killed did succeed, the supreme leader, I'm not sure it would make any difference. Right now, the regime seems to be still, it's still in power, and maybe some of the figures have changed, but I don't anticipate a great deal of changes yet. I think the Iranians need to get a lot more. There's going to have to be, unfortunately, a lot more punishment of the Iranians. And again, I think it's important to reiterate what I think the goal is here, and which has been the goal of my organization, the JINSA, and what we think, which is that the U.S. needs to severely weaken this regime and facilitate the people to rise up, because it's ultimately going to be the people, I think, of Iran that are going to trigger a regime collapse and a new government.
And what do you mean by facilitate?
I think that by weakening the regime, severely humiliating the regime, and signaling to the people with the guns in the regime that things aren't going their way, we don't know, of course, but it might lead to the people with the folks with the guns that are propping up this regime to break with the regime, because I think that's right now the only way this regime is going to come down is that the I keep using this phrase, but the people with the guns, the people that are willing to kill Iranians, innocent Iranians in the streets, they decide that they're not going to do that anymore, and that's when the regime, could collapse. Now that might all happen at once, but that's what it could be exactly. I don't think air power. It'd be highly unlikely that air power alone is going to topple this regime.
Yeah, so
But
then what do you think it would take? Do you think that what you're suggesting is that maybe boots on the ground is what's necessary?
uh, well, I don't recommend that, and I don't see that I think it's highly unlikely that you're going to see that from President Trump. I think after what we did in Iraq and Afghanistan, I don't think we're going to be the U.S. is going to be doing that again. So even though it's already been 20 years, I don't see us doing that for a little while. No, I think that again, I think that the key is to pound the regime, weaken it, and if I may add, I think that alone is a beneficial thing. Of course, trying to do more damage to their nuclear sites, do more damage to their missile capabilities, their missiles, their missile industrial capabilities, their missile storage, very important. I think probably destroying the Navy. Their Navy is very important to weaken them in the Strait of Hormuz. We've done some of that, but we haven't finished that. I think those kind of things alone are important. But to get to what we really want ultimately, which is a collapse of this regime and a new type of government, I think what you do is you weaken them so much, again, that the security forces that are propping up the regime realize that things aren't going their way, and they just decide not to. But that's not automatic. It's very possible the regime, and likely this regime, will survive this campaign.